It's not big enough. Get your eyes on this side.
Okay, we're ready.
How are you? Look at you guys. How are you? What's going on today?
Good morning. I call this meeting to order of the Utah Transportation Commission. I'm Megan Holbrook. I am chairing today for Kent Millington, who is out of the country on a family trip, and Carlos Braceras is in Washington, D.C. on a very important meeting, and Shane Marshall, Deputy Director, is with us today. I represent Region 2, which is Salt Lake Summit and Tooele. And we'll go this way, Danny.
I'm Danny McConkey, and I'm a commissioner at large representing 29 counties. If you know where they're at, that's who I represent.
Luke Kramer, also commissioner at large, supporting my friend Danny on all 29 of the counties.
I'm Wayne Barlow. I represent Region 1, which is the 6 northernmost counties in the state, from Box Elder down through Davis County, and I live in Cache Valley.
Good morning, Nagi Sinani from sunny and slightly warm St. George, representing 14 counties below the Drop County line.
And I'm Donna Law. I am a commissioner at large, and my home is in Cedar City.
Okay, would you like to introduce the staff?
Sure. My name is Shane Marshall. I'm the Deputy Director filling in for Carlos today. Randy, you want to start?
Yep, I'm Randy Park, Project Development.
Christine.
Christopher Shower, traffic and safety.
Robin Miles, traffic safety.
Brian Adams, Region 2.
Rick Ferguson, Region 4. John Thomas, Region 2. Troy Peterson, Region 2.
Lisa Wilson, Region 2.
Jason Davis, Operations.
Representative Sue Duckworth from District 22, which is Westlake Salt Lake County.
Jared Guns with the Transit Authority.
I'm McKinley with UTA.
Bill?
Bill Lawrence, Programming. Bob Phillips, STIP Coordinator.
Sean Lambert, Region 2.
Joe?
Joe Walker, Communications.
Terry Newell, Region 3.
Diane McGuire, the complex. You got
Yeah, we are complex.
Go ahead, Ron.
Rob Clayton, Traffic Management.
Jared?
Jared Esselman, Aeronautics. Matt Swab, I'm Aeronautics.
Matt Already, Communications.
I think that's all of us today.
Well, Heather Barthold, our Executive Assistant for the Commission, and invaluable. Also, the federal representatives, Ivan, if you and Brigitte would introduce yourselves.
Sure. I'm Ivan Marrero, Division Administrator for the Ohio District.
Brigitte Angel, Assistant Division Administrator.
Thank you. I think that's it. So we're going to have a local area presentation by Region 2. We had a fabulous tour yesterday, and Lisa Wilson, the Deputy Director of Region 2, will introduce.
Thanks for having us today, and welcome to Murray City. We're really excited to be here with our partners at the city, Mayor Iyer, Deputy Mayor Towers, and Tim Keeney are here representing the city today, and we really appreciate their partnership in working with them. We hope you enjoyed the tour yesterday, and as you can see, there's a lot going on. You don't have to drive very far in the valley to see some orange barrels. Between us and all of the development that's going on, there's a lot of exciting things happening in the area. So Troy's going to do our local area presentation. He'll recap the tour and talk about a couple additional projects, and then we'll hear from Tim Teeney on the really exciting redevelopment plans that Murray City has. Thank you.
Well, good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for the opportunity today to kind of talk about our tour projects we had and kind of recap yesterday's tour like Lisa mentioned. First thing I'd like to do is maybe touch on our TIP projects that we have. Everybody hear me? Close enough? Okay. First project I'd like to jump into is our Bangor 4 interchanges. Construction is underway on this project, and right now we're obviously focusing our efforts on the 70 South interchange. The goal for this project is to have this one open by Black Friday of this year. And then, as we drove through that yesterday, you'll recall there's quite a bit going on in there in terms of dirt work, and pretty exciting to see that project moving forward. A couple of tidbits for that one. Currently, we are 85% complete in right-of-way for the project. We've got 100% cleared, obviously, for the 70 South interchange. As a reminder, this project is a design-build. Our partners constructing this, W.W. Clyde and Ralph Wadsworth. 90% of the design for this project is complete, and so things will be moving forward. Special note, in case you haven't heard, there will be a closure on Bangor Highway this weekend to remove the ped bridge at 70th South. So things are obviously progressing on that project. Just want to highlight the upcoming projects we have here, we're recently funded with the three interchanges at 62, 104th, 126th. Our program manager is working, is underway right now, getting ready for the RFP to get the environmental piece going for those. And so we're excited for those as well. And we anticipate construction beginning on the 6200 South project in 2019, and the other two to follow shortly after. Mountain View Corridor, yes. So our Mountain View Corridor piece, we had a great little drive-through of the 5400 to 41st South project yesterday. The one-time time here is the next phase from 41st to California Avenue. You'll recall that we have $500 million that was allocated for this next phase. Currently, the team is finishing up the utilities, relocations, as well as finishing up the right-of-way to clear any risks for the contractor as we move forward with that one. We anticipate construction beginning in early 2019 on that one as well. One of the bigger projects we've got coming up is our I-15 southbound project, and obviously this is progressing on schedule, and with construction to begin early next year. The environmental document is complete, and we're writing a final signatures on that. Let's see. So the project team is proceeding with procurement, and the final RFP is planned later this September and we should have the contractor on board by the end of the year, with construction and design progressing or beginning in early 2018. We expect this project to last 2 years in construction, so completing late in 2019. As you recall, as we drove that discussion, we're adding a lane southbound direction between SR 201, which is around 2000 South, down to 123rd South. Additional improvements include will be made at the south interchange to improve flow of traffic between I-215 and I-15. Improvements on the 7200 South itself, from Bingham Junction Boulevard up to I-15, basically adding a third lane east and west on 7200. So that's an important project in that area for improving traffic flow. Additionally, another project in the same area, but in the northbound direction, is our I-15, what we like to call our braided ramp project. And obviously, this project's helped improve congestion and traffic flow. And currently, if you're familiar with driving the area, there's multiple weaving operations going on between the I-215, 7200 South, and the 90th South on-ramps. We will be installing another lane, shifting traffic to the east, so that people going to I-215 or 7200 South will exit sooner and kind of remove some of those conflict points and improve traffic flow in that area. Let's see. The next project we have from our TIF list is our our Foothill I-215, I-80 interchange EIS. This study will be looking to identify short-term and long-term solutions for this area that are in line with our transportation plan. We anticipate the study being complete by 2020 and 2019, so a couple of years on that one. And there'll be more to come on that one, I'm sure. So,
You do?
I'm sorry.
Troy, would you also touch again, one of the biggest emails, I didn't mean to interrupt with Lou, but is what's going on at Foothill and the closures there.
yeah, that's definitely an impactful project this time, and we're really excited to have that one when it's completed.
But I also, I have to drive that periodically, and my perception was that it was much slower for me to go through that area, but we statistically looked at it, right? And so it really isn't that much slower. Can you address that, or should Brian?
It looks like Brian wants to address this one.
I can make a comment. Yeah, so as you drive it and you see, the traffic backed up due to the closure, I mean, the perception is that it's, significant delays, but we worked with our traffic folks and went out and measured the actual delay that's happening, for the morning commute, and they've come back and said that the delay's only around 4 to 5 minutes. So the perception is greater than the actual delays, so.
That's good to know.
Madam Chair, may I just make a comment, since I do drive that at least twice,
Yeah.
4 times a day, that one of the reasons I think it's slowed down is because they're admiring the brand new highway signs we are putting. And I congratulate you, that was the one thing that I promised the governor we'd get straightened out. Put the new signs in place, and they look terrific on across I-80. Thank you so much, Brian, for getting that done. And Shine and everything else.
Perfect.
Please go on, Troy.
We'll do it.
Thank you.
Mid-Valley Highway is another one of our TIP projects that we're actively getting ready or moving forward with design on, and we anticipate this moving to construction in 2019 as well. And this will be a traditional project of design, bid, build. Most of the right-of-way, I believe this project is clear, right-of-way and environmental, I should say. So they'll be moving forward, having that project ready to go. We'll be building an interchange on I-80 with a lane in each direction from I-80 to SR 138. So that'll be an exciting project out in Tooele County. So not to steal the thunder, but the first project I have here, our transportation solution projects. So I wanted to highlight those. Take an opportunity here to kind of highlight how important and beneficial this new program is for us at the regions, and how it gives us some versatility to get things, and how and just kind of want to highlight a few projects that we've been able to.
Would you also explain to the public what the solutions means?
What the transportation?
This is new, the Transportation Solutions, this program.
So the transportation solutions is obviously, Shane's laughing over there.
No,
Oh,
it's a quiz for Troy, let's see if he can get it.
I didn't mean it so.
So Transportation Solutions is a program that allows us to take many different areas of funding in the past and bring them together in stuff like our choke point projects and other, barrier and signs, and give us an opportunity to be more strategic in the way that we want to be able to attack projects that are maybe our higher priority in terms of needing fixes within the region. And so we're able to prioritize projects, and so that Transportation Solution Project is a huge program for us to be able to move forward in looking at priorities with our local partners, as well as with within our organization of areas that we maybe don't get to all the time. And so that's kind of the things I wanted to highlight here, if I could, with the Transportation Solutions projects.
That's great, Troy. I think a big part of this is the fact that we are addressing those large assets throughout our entire state. Pavement, bridges, we're addressing capacity. We have programs in place that do those things. This Transportation Solutions program takes the remaining money, once those things are committed and taken care of, then the remaining money goes into Transportation Solutions, allows the regions to be very flexible on where that money is spent, allows the commission to be involved with where that money is spent, and they get to things like the 4 or 5 projects that Troy's going to talk about today, those sign projects that we've talked about, Commissioner Kramer talked about. this is my first time running this thing, so. You do. We're able to get to these things that we just don't have a program for, so that's why it's so important for the region.
So one of the first projects I wanted to highlight, obviously I threw this slide here, I knew Commissioner Kramer would be excited to see this this project, so we made sure we highlighted this one. It's our overhead sign project on I-80 and I-215. And this project, it looks to be completed at the end of this month. We should have all the signs within that project completed, up in place. A particular picture here is on I-80 near the I-215 Foothill interchange.
That's amazing, that was always the one I looked at, the exact one.
So we got the right one?
You did.
Perfect.
Congratulations on that.
Awesome. Another project that I want to highlight is our SR-224 drainage repair. You recall earlier this year at Brian's presentation, I forget which commission was, but highlighted some of the challenges we were having on SR-224 early on with some of our drainage, where the pavement was falling apart, and our maintenance forces were out trying to stay ahead of that and maintain that section of roadway throughout the winter. And so yeah, this project that we have here is testament to how we're able to use those transportation solutions dollars to get out and fix problems that otherwise would may not have been able to get after. Another one we have is our I-80 chain-up areas in Parleys and Silver Creek. Currently being designed to improve those areas to allow for more parking, to get semis off of the roadway. It's not uncommon to see the semis parked on I-80 in those winter conditions when they need to pull in and get their chains out of their vehicles. So we're excited for this project. It'll move and add some more parking stalls and also some additional signing to help move those semis through the area and make that safer for them as there as well. Last project I wanted to identify is our cattle guard replacement. We have a couple of projects we're able to identify in the region that we can go out and replace probably a good portion of all of the deficient cattle guards we have in Region 2. We've got this one that I highlight here, as well as another one that was just funded, so we'll be taking a good look at going out and getting all of our cattle guards